Okay, so today we're making this little tiny little centerpiece for like a little sweetheart table for dinner for somebody. But we're also going to talk about Mother's Day because Mother's Day is coming. And at this point, everybody you should have your flower list in. You should have all of your supplies ordered. And I say should because we have not done that yet. But that is what we're doing today. So you want to make sure you get, and the sooner you order all those things, you know, the better you have a chance of getting them because the supply houses sell out really quick. You want to have, you know, all your temp employees, designers, everything, their schedules done. This year, Mother's Day is Sunday, May 8th. The Mexican Mother's Day is Tuesday, May 10th. We try to make different arrangements for both of those occasions. I mean, we may have a lot of the same stuff, but on Mexican Mother's Day is when we sell a lot of huge arrangements. So we try to have a bunch of those in the cooler, gift baskets, things that are like little sets of things for people to buy, which are good. Necklaces to go around vases, perfume, balloons. You want to make sure your helium is your helium tanks are full. You want to make sure that these clippers stick together. Everything you're going to need, gift bags, vases, baskets, water tubes, cellophane, all of that stuff you have ready and in the store because it is going to be super, super busy. And it's going to be busy so the weekend, Saturday and Sunday are going to be super busy. Your storefront. A lot of people are going to go see their moms on Saturday. A lot of, so you'll have a busy storefront on Saturday. And the 8th will be busy as well. And Tuesday, Mother's Day, you're going to have a lot of deliveries that day because it's falling in the middle of the week. And whenever a holiday is in the middle of the week like that, it's always a busy delivery day. I'm kind of picking through this leather because a lot of it came in kind of broken. So that's why I'm sitting here doing this. I'm not, if it wasn't like this, I'd be doing it different. But so yeah, you want to make sure you have everything done and in place. I've seen a lot of cute arrangements online this year that people are going to be ordering. In your storefront, you want to have a whole bunch of different styles of things going on up there, down to wraps. You want to have a bunch of different kind of wraps. You know, rose wraps, mixes. A lot of moms like a different mix of flowers. And some guys just come in and buy roses for their wife, which is fine too. Roses are always a nice way to go. But you should start prepping containers. We're going to be doing that. So all the containers are ready to go with the Oasis strapped down in them. Saves a lot of time. Bows, pre-making bows saves a lot of time. The day before, we blow up a ton of balloons and put them out on the floor. So those are ready to go. Anything you can do to save time on that day, you want to get it done and out of the way. Cut balloon string, cut cellophane, clean your buckets, get your buckets prepped with flower food in them. So you just got to put the buckets out, fill them up with water. You need to set aside your lilies. You want to order at least a week ahead so it gives them time to open before you get the rest of your flowers. Because you don't want to get your lilies and they be closed and not open and big and beautiful to go in the arrangements. So we always get lilies way ahead of the other flowers. carnations, you can get ahead to give them time in the buckets to open. Anything that you needs to open, you want to have a separate list for that. Order it sooner, get it in. Make sure you're changing the water every day, having people keep up on the buckets. Go through, check them every day. What needs to go in the cooler, have it put in the cooler. So that should be first thing in the morning when you come in. Just run through, check all the buckets, see what's opened up and is nice, can go in the cooler. We're going to bleach down the coolers here. Get those ready because we don't, you know, we want it all to be super clean, sanitary, fresh. Ouch.
And we did green ahead.
Yes, and you want to green your baskets, vases, all of that. You can take the case of vases, pull the vases out, fill them with water, green them, put them back in the cases, and put the whole case in the cooler. So throughout the day when you're designing, you can pull those cases down and they're already greened and ready to go. That makes it a lot easier. Simple things like that, like green containers being green, bows being made, flowers being cleaned, that will save you so much time where you'll be able to make an arrangement in just a few minutes. You want to have everything on point so you can just knock it out as the day goes through, because you're going to be making a ton of stuff. And if you have a lot of different items in the store, most of the time people will come in and they will find something they like. If you have a variety of things, and they'll just come to the counter, get it. Make sure you have plenty of cards and all that for the customers, and they'll go. You're going to have people that are going to want, you know, special items. You're going to have to stop what you're doing and make that for them, and that's okay. But if you have everything else done, you'll have time to stop and help the customers that want custom arrangements made. Make sure your delivery cars are serviced and ready to go. All your driver sheets.
Pre-make all the cards from the order.
Yep, pre-make all the cards. We have a video showing how we tag everything here on the holiday. Make sure all those cards from the computer orders are made out in the envelope with the person's name. Those items are pulled and tagged. If they ordered teddy bears, chocolates, you want to have plenty of chocolate in your store. Teddy bears, little perfumes are good for Mother's Day to send a gift with the flowers also. That's good for Mother's Day. The little packets of flower food to send.
We also have the bags.
Little care instructions. You want to attach care instructions to all the arrangements because some people don't know how to care for flowers. You can buy those at the supply houses too. Just the little cards that you attach to the arrangement, or you can just make some, print them up, cut them out, and, you know, stick it in the card pick with the card. Even if it's a plant, attach a care arrangement, because some people don't know how to care for plants either, and you can't just assume that they know how to do it. So you want to attach all of that. This right here is just going to be a basic little with some roses and different little flowers in it. Again, it's just for like a little sweetheart table. You want to make sure your head driver has everything going for your temp drivers. Don't wait to the last minute to do all of that stuff. All your advertising, make sure all your advertising's out. Right. Green spray, you want to have a lot of that. Wire, everything you're going to need. And it's crazy because Valentine's Day is a lot of roses, lilies, things like that. Mother's Day, the arrangements do take a little bit longer than they do on Valentine's Day, because Mother's Day is usually mixes of flowers where there's 2 stems of this, a stem of this, a stem of that. So there's a whole bunch of different types of flowers in one vase. where on Valentine's Day, it's like roses and lilies, or roses and gerberas, or roses, daisies. It's kind of the same thing you're doing over and over and over on Valentine's Day, where Mother's Day, all the arrangements are different. There's a million different flowers, a million different fillers. So the arrangements do take more time to make because you got to hunt that stuff down. We have runners here at the shop where we have people who that's all they do is run for the designers. You know, go get 2 stems of this, 2 stems of this, 2 stems of that. They'll run it back to the designer so the designer can throw it in the vase and get it ready to go. Because if your designers are spending all day running around pulling flowers, that's taking up time. They could be making arrangements. So it's always good to have a runner. And we've had the same ones here for a lot of years, so they know the flowers. They know what they're looking for the most part. And if they don't, you can just show them like a picture on your phone. Good, this is what it looks like. Please go find me these flowers. Make sure you got printer ink for your printers. You have somebody that speaks very clear, answering your phone, very patient. Make sure that your storefront is cleaned, nice, and put together. Here it usually looks like mayhem for a week before we get it together because we're pulling everything down, replacing it with Mother's Day stuff. You want to have all your plants and everything done before the flowers come in. So we're ordering plants first so we could plant them, get all of that out on the floor, because soil with fresh flowers and water, it's just a mess. So you want to have your plants done. Have a separate area if you do have to make plants away from all the water and the fresh cut flowers, because it will make a muddy mess in the shop. But your girls in the front, make sure they're very friendly, very nice. And vases, you want to order all your vases, make sure you have all that. This year we're using we have a lot of leftover vases from different holidays because we order so many. So we're pulling all that down to make a bunch of different things. Baskets, you want to have a lot of baskets. Mother's Day stuff will go out and you see more baskets at Mother's Day than you do Valentine's Day. Can you grab some, what do you want to put in here, Boo? Roses?
Mm-hmm. Wax.
Oh yeah, let me put some roses. Make sure when you clean your flowers, anything that's broken, you want to save it. Save all the broken stems, because you can make little things like this out of flowers that break when you're cleaning the stems. Don't throw away the flowers and waste them. But right now our store is pretty empty here. We've sold out of pretty much everything, and we are waiting for a plant delivery that has not come yet. So we've been out of plants for a little bit, but I like to order a bunch of plants because it fills up the storefront and the store looks super decorated, and really it's just plants, but the plants make the shop look super nice. The whole floor is just really green and pretty. Pretty. What are you making right there?
A cube.
A cube.
Mm-hmm.
We order a lot of wax and baby's breath. We order a lot of fillers on Mother's Day because there's so much different stuff in the arrangements at Mother's Day. So much stuff compared to Valentine's. But it's nice on the holidays. I love it when all the different flowers that you don't get in throughout the year on the holidays when all of like the crazy looking flowers and stuff you just don't have day to day comes in the shop. It's nice. The designers have a lot of fun working with, you know, things they don't see throughout the year too much. Because most arrangements are the same thing, like over and over and over, unless it's a custom for somebody. But I like it when like all this stem dyed flowers and rainbow roses and stuff that you usually custom order for somebody comes in. I like it. Ooh, these are pretty.
Yeah.
Lilies always smell so good to me. Water tubes, make sure all your water tubes are filled up too. That they're all filled up and ready to go. You can fill them up and put them in a bucket.
And put some on sticks.
Yep, and we tape some to sticks for like lilies. Sometimes the stems come with a whole bunch of different blooms. You can cut one of the blooms off, put it in a water tube, and if it's already taped to a stick, you can put it down in an arrangement. Things have been so different though the last couple of years. Well, yeah, because of COVID. I'm kind of making this backwards, sorry. Because of COVID, one year I remember the storefront. Remember when it was closed?
Oh, yeah.
And we were doing, having to put stuff out on the sidewalks. People would call in and
have the rack there.
And we'd had put arrangements out with numbers, and people were pointing through the window of what they wanted, and then we'd have them go back to their car, and we'd go out, we'd bill them out over the phone, and then take the arrangements out and set it in front of their car on the sidewalk so they could pick it up and take it. It's definitely a crazy time around here for sure. But yeah, arrangements like this right here, this is what you can use a lot of broken flowers on, because these stems are short and nobody's going to know that it broke when you were cleaning it, because you're going to cut it anyway. So you don't want to waste anything. What are these? Matsumoto's. We have a lot of brides right now this time of year also. Prom is here. Oh, and for Mother's Day, you want to have corsage stuff too, because a lot of people will get corsages for their moms to go out to lunch with, or to wear to church. This is a big time for corsages for moms. I love it when the Matsumoto's come in big and the stems are thick like this.
Yeah.
I like it because a lot of times they're like thin and floppy.
And then they break.
And they break, yeah. I love it when they look like this and they're fluffy. This time of year, the flowers are really nice though. Okay, what else do you want to put in? No.
What else do you want?
It's just like a simple little thing. I'm going to add more wax to this. We've had a bunch of people ask about pricing. Pricing is different in different areas. So I don't want to give you a price, because just because something is a certain price here, roses are a different price here than they would be like in New York. So I don't want people to think that I'm being rude by not giving you prices. It's because I don't know the area, and I don't, want somebody to go in and say, well, I was told it should be this much, when that's not always the case. If you're like in a rural area and the florist has a hard time getting flowers and they have to have them shipped in a certain way, those flowers are going to sell for more money than they would to a florist that's right next to a flower market or So I don't feel comfortable giving out pricing on flowers online because I don't think the other shops would appreciate that very much, because it's not, and in some cases it's not that they're like trying to rip you off or they're charging more. It's probably the area was in, the way it had to be shipped, how much it got to begin with. So yeah, there's just a whole bunch of different factors into that all the way around. But I'm curious to see your guys' arrangements for Mother's Day, what you come up with, what you make. It's kind of cool when people send us photos of customs, because I make customs, so I like to see other customs that people make. Like funeral arrangements, you know, people will come in like, oh, I want this logo or that logo. We like to see those photos because we do that here. So, I don't know, it's kind of cool for us to see other people's stuff than what we do every day. And, carnations broke. So yeah, this is just a simple little arrangement. And I got to put a new candle because I used this one to show how the lighter worked. Very cute. All right, you guys, you have a good day. Let us know how it's going for your Mother's Day prep. We do have videos for that. Go ahead and watch those. They're very helpful. It'll make your day run a lot smoother, I promise you. Sorry we haven't been on here in a little bit. I haven't been feeling well, but I am back for the holiday. You know, we're all stuck in the flower shops at the holiday. Whether you want to be here or not, you're stuck here, living here, basically napping for days. But yeah, you guys have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
Welcome to another episode of Flower Boss. I'm Nico. This is Irene. And we are the Flower Boss's little minions. So today we're going to talk about the Reidea flintless, flameless lighter. And it's a versatile lighting tool, which you can light a candle with, as you can see here. You can light a cigarette. I've tried it, so I know it works. Yeah.
So yes, I'm back here, and no, they are not my minions, but I'm here bombing the video that they were creating. So this can be purchased on Amazon. And if you use code word FlowerBoss, you get 20% off in the US, 10% off in the UK. But this lighter is rechargeable. It has a safety switch on the bottom. It is flameless, and in the wind, this will not go out. When you open it, like these two little prongs come out. And you see this pretty little purple line, which will light barbecues, candles, anything you want to use it for. But it comes in different colors, and again, it's available on Amazon. I like that it has this safety switch for the kids so that they can't play with it. But it will light up on the bottom. When it's on, you'll see it light up blue. So you know the lighter is on. Oh, we have company. Anyways, this comes in different colors. And one charge on here will last about 300 times. We've charged this, and we've used it a bunch of times, and we've not had to recharge it yet. In fact, the little cord it comes with is still tied up. Again, use code word FlowerBoss for 20% off. These would actually be good to buy a few of them to keep around your house. But I like that it's rechargeable and there's no flame to it. So we're going to list the link in the description below. And again, oh, let me turn it on. And this is Reidea. So this video is sponsored by Reidea today. But yeah, this is a cool little lighter. And I think there's different styles on there that you can choose from. But it is a Reidea electronic candle lighter. Again, can be used for different things and such. So thank you for listening to us and our video about this lighter. And we'll get on with our flower video.
Bye. I can't reach.